Well, well, well. Look who came for tea. She will stay by my side. The emotional support capybara. Now I can do crisscross applesauce. It's really time to get cozy now. That's right, you don't get to see the capybara in the background, ominously to the side. I also don't have a name for her yet. What should her name be? She's becoming a little bit of a mascot. Greetings, weary travelers and fellow story gremlins, to the Reaction Sleepover. 'Tis the series where we get cozy and react to stuff. Got a couple of wedding stories today that just look fun and goofy, so without further ado, grab your cozies and snackies. Let's head on into it. I'm very excited. And as always, if you have any stories you'd like to share, wedding or otherwise, you can either email me or there's links in the description. This is I saw a woman I didn't know in our wedding photos months after the wedding. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hi everyone, my husband and I had 100 guests for our wedding. Everyone invited were people dear to us, and we really had to think of the guest list to be able to stick to the 100 head count. The invitations were also very clear on how many seats were reserved for you. I feel like choosing the right people is deceptively difficult. The balance between who you want there and who wants to be there, and it's a whole thing. So imagine my surprise when, 2 months later, this woman Sasquatched out of nowhere. Didn't know that was a verb? It is now. It is here. We got our photos back and I saw a woman we both didn't know. Just standing there. Menacingly. As ominously as my shadow back there. I figured maybe a relative randomly brought someone else. Wouldn't be surprised as they've done it to previous events. I like the word choice instead of like done it at previous events. It's to the previous events. Like some kind of boss fight in the middle of the event. I present my date. Choose your weapon. This is now Elden Ring. But my parents had no idea either. I brought up my confusion with a bridesmaid later on and she knew who it was. Turns out one of our high school friends brought her mom. I mean, if if they had like a +1, like technically nothing wrong with that. And overall, it may not be that strange to like, you know, see +1s you've never seen. Or I don't know, is that weird? If someone brings a +1, do the bridal couple typically know who they are? I feel like that happens kind of often, bringing a +1 that is not very well known. But again, I guess my thought process is also like, wouldn't they have some kind of inkling who they are? I mean, they would at least see like the connection from who their +1 is. I don't know, I guess it depends. And it's like, overall, it's not that strange, but it would be strange to then look at your wedding photo and be like, who the heck is that? That's really funny. Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's not technically that weird, but it would feel odd to then see just this random person in your wedding photos. I truly don't understand what goes on in people's head when they decide things like this. Our catering and the seats were only for 100 people. Do they not realize food won't just magically appear to feed the extra person? Oh, was that not an... Oh, was that not... Oh! I'm buffering. Was that not a +1? Because I was going off the assumption that that was like a +1. Yeah, no, for this one. Oh, I'm beginning to understand. Yeah, if it's specifically 100 people, this particular wedding, it's very specific. So that's even weirder to see a random person you don't know. Yeah, everyone invited were people dear to us. Very clear on how many seats were reserved for you. So I'm guessing that that's the part that's really weird, is they brought their mom, but maybe they weren't a +1. That's kind of what I'm getting from this, because you're saying like this is an extra person. And that's the thing, some weddings that are planned very specifically, like down to the meal. And so if that's true, that's important to respect that, because there are other weddings like ours. This was like this. We just had like it was small anyway, but we had just like a taco bar. So like people could just grab whatever. But some weddings are planned specifically for a specific amount of people. That an extra chair won't just turn up out of nowhere. Someone wasn't able to go at the last minute because he got a fever the night before. So there was thankfully one extra seat, but it was literally just that one person that couldn't make it. Imagine if he was able to, where would the mom go? Yeah, I'm glad that that worked out so it wasn't like too awkward. I'm just picturing you staring at your wedding photo at just this random woman. I guess like not that random because it's one of your high school friends. It's interesting that if this is one of your close high school friends, like you said, you invited people who were close to you that you wouldn't recognize their mom. But I suppose that doesn't necessarily mean you'd be close to their mom, because not every like high school friend you meet, like you meet their parents. People in the comments are saying like it's typically good to like plan for extra. That seems like good advice, to like always plan for extra, even if you have like a specific amount of people. I wonder if you saw her at all throughout the night. I wonder if you saw Madame Sasquatch throughout the night at all, or if it was literally the... No, yeah, I'm dumb. You literally said that it was the couple months later when you got your photos back that you actually saw her. Surprise, you got a jump scare. Yeah, from the context I can see, your high school friend was invited, but maybe they didn't have a +1 and maybe they did that on accident. Hopefully that's true. Hopefully this wasn't just like someone knowing that they weren't invited even as a +1 and just came anyway. I hope it was just like a mistake in that regard. It's important to pay attention to see if you have a +1 on your invitation. And I'm glad that it ended up working out. And maybe this is where it's good to have just extra food, and maybe that's pretty commonplace with catering. So maybe it would have worked out anyway if that is commonplace, but you know, you never know. You never know. But how goofy just to be looking through your photos and you're like, who the heck is that? I hope that doesn't spoil it too much. And then this is the wedding in the woods with no food. Why are we in the cabin in the woods now? I've never seen that. Have you? I've heard it's very good. I thought you guys would like this one. Oh dear, that's not ominous at all. So this was the summer before the pandemic. The bride and groom live in the same city as us, and their family live on the other side of the state, a 5-hour drive. Hope they like road trips. For a venue, they chose a ski lodge at a fairly remote state park in a different, more rural state. I hate that word. It's so annoying to say. Rural. That required a 4-hour drive for friends from the city and 7 hours for the folks from home. So everyone is traveling. And the park is beautiful, wooded. There's a small lodge. Why is that quotations? It's just a shack. It's a porta potty. With a few rooms filled up with the most... Sorry, I'm just giggling. We're getting married in a porta potty. Huh? Instead of the arch, it's a porta potty. And everyone sits in their seats. And the couple and the officiant are in the porta potty. They're all cramped in there. I'm so sorry. With a few rooms filled up with the most elderly relatives and everyone else posted up in primitive cabins or tents. Primitive. We're in Hunger Games now. Good luck. First cabin in the woods and now it's Hunger Games. Hunger in the woods. So the time on the invite comes and we young people, all put on our dresses and ties and shoes and tromp. That's a fun word. Tromp through the forest to the lodge for the wedding. I love how it's always in quotations. There's an open bar with wine and beer, and people are naturally availing themselves, more and more as the ceremony is mysteriously delayed. Oh. Then the wedding happens. Normal. And then we filed into a room with white tablecloths and name tags, waiting for our ziti or chicken or whatever, except it never came. Uh-oh. At some point, someone brought out a single crockpot of meatballs. Who wants meatballs? But no like subs or anything. Everyone gets one fork and one meatball. Not everyone gets one. It's a single meatball on a single fork. You'll have to fight for it. We said this was Hunger Games. We just didn't give you the details till now, which were quickly eaten by the grandparents as the guests were getting drunker and hungrier and more confused. Oh no, that is not a good combination, being confused and drunk. People kept drinking and getting increasingly wild. Remember, we are in the woods where we cannot order pizza, hit a drive-thru, or eat out of our own kitchens. You are trapped. The way that was a joke, but this really is kind of turning into Hunger Games. At the end of the night, girls were puking, boys were fighting, and if someone had shown up with a loaf of white bread, they could have sold it for $500. The couple divorced 3 years later. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, I hope they're doing all right and that they can look back with some humor. Like when things go wild like that, and hopefully you can look back on moments that are train wrecks with humor. I know I would. That's how I always cope. Selling bread for $500 just turns into a whole auction. If you're lucky enough, you get a meatball and a slice of bread. You can have a partial meatball sub. Wow, what a glorious image. Oh boy. You look back like, I can never eat meatballs again. My dear gremlins, the tea has been spilled. Huzzah. And then our glorious feel-good finale is this. A couple got married at an aquarium, and there's just a beluga whale watching. I love how he's towering over the efficient, like, I'm the true efficient. Now kiss. That's so cute. I love how you can like see people in the background too. I feel like I can see a guy's face where he's like, what the? No, but everyone else is just smiling. And I love that like they're smiling. Like this is, oh, that's beautiful. What a great thing to look back on. Just this gentle cow of the sea crashing your wedding. The only acceptable wedding crasher. Beluga whales never need a +1. They're always welcome. Right? Is it manatees that are cows of the sea? Wait, manatees, beluga. Oh, I said the wrong thing. Whatever, same difference. I feel like they're both very gentle. Is that a manatee? Am I dumb? Is that a beluga? That's a beluga. That's a beluga. Right? I feel like I'm losing my mind now. Oh no. Oh no. I'm embarrassing myself. Now beluga whales and manatees are gonna come into my nightmares and go, how dare you? All right, and then we'll finish off with our Gremlin Spotlight. This one cracked me up. It's from a short I posted about never-ending chores because I was just feeling so annoyed the other day. Like I had done like almost a full basket of laundry. I filled it up again in the next like 5 minutes. I'm not even kidding. So anyway, I posted a short of that and someone said laundry is like Sisyphus, I think is how you say it. It never ends. And I wasn't quite sure what that was. And that's the guy that's continually pushing the boulder up the mountain. And I responded, OMG, the accuracy, because that's so accurate. And that's by Alizu4755. Glorious depiction of how painstaking chores are. And then because I'm greedy, I'm going to read another from a post I made where I said, the Gremlin Queen decrees for you to do something nice for yourself today. You have to. It's the law. In this true gremlin at heart, Molly the Butcher 7396 says, okay, but if anyone asks, I only did gremlin things. And I said the queen approves, because I do. And that post is still true. You better do it. It's the law. So put something down in the comments, something you have done nice for yourself today, or something you will do. Do it. And also drink water. Thank you. You dehydrated bean. So that should be it. I hope you're doing well, but if not, I hope this video has brightened your day at least a little bit. Always love a cozy reaction sleepover. And actually, this will be our 99th reaction sleepover. So I'm gonna do a little special celebration of 100. I don't know if I want to do 100 first or if I want to make the 100th the celebration thing. We'll find out when we get there, I guess. But thank you for joining me for all these reaction sleepovers. If you are new here and want to see more, you can, this one? This way? I think. Click here. Or if you've been here for a while, I still recommend it because I think they're quite fun and I think pretty rewatchable. I was kind of thinking about that, like the content I make, and I'm kind of like, I don't know how I got here, but I'm enjoying it. Yes, that'll be it. As always, I really appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And if you're new, hope you stick around and subscribe. Become one of the gremlin folk. We're all gremlins for something, and it's stories here. And just being cozy. Remember to submit any stories if you have any, including like holiday stories. I like the idea of doing like seasonal stories. So like we're in the holiday season, so I want to do holiday stories. So if you have any you want to submit, please do. I am really getting distracted during this outro, so I appreciate you as always. And as always, take care of yourself. Why can't I do it? Take care of yourselves and each other. Do your best to be a good human, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. I wonder if I put her back there. I like that I'm holding her like the Holy Grail.